Hello again, here we are. Now let's see the SWE4 software unit verification. Okay, till now we saw the designing, the development, the traceability, bidirectional traceability, all the various interfaces. Now comes the right side of the V model, which is the verification. The purpose of the software unit verification is to verify software units to provide evidence for compliance of the software units with software detailed design and non-functional software requirements. All right. Now I will give you some examples of the non-functional software requirements after this entire thing so that there won't be any confusion. As on now, if you don't understand what is meant by software requirements, you just note it in your notebook to understand what is meant by functional requirement and what is meant by non-functional requirement. I will explain you very clearly. Alright, next comes the process outcomes. As a result of the successful implementation of this process, a software unit verification strategy including regression strategy is developed to verify the software units. I am sure everybody knows, everybody from IT knows that regression testing is a very important part of the software testing. Now, but because this is a very important, this particular tutorial is meant for people coming from core automotive and mechanical background, let me point out that regression testing is a part of the software testing, and I strongly recommend all of you just to go to YouTube and type this regression testing. You clearly understand what is meant by regression testing. Okay, next comes the criteria for software unit verification. Now, what are the various criteria for this verification? What are the various scenarios in which this software is checked or double checked? Okay, so identifying the criteria is the strategy. Next comes the software units are verified according to software unit verification strategy and defined criteria for software unit verification, and the results are recorded. All right, so software unit verification strategy, once the software unit verification strategy is identified or perfectly finalized, then the software units are tested accordingly and the results are clearly recorded. Next comes the consistency and bidirectional traceability are established between software units, the criteria software units and the criteria of verification of the verification results. Verification and validation results. Sorry, there is a small typo here. It is verification and validation results. Next comes the results of the unit verification, and they are summarized and communicated to all the affected parties. All right. So understanding the results and then this communication is an important practice, which is an output of this particular SWE4. Next comes the base practices. Now let's elaborately touch upon this base practices. Well, again, this base practice may sound slightly repetitive, but I want all of you to understand these things very carefully. Develop the software unit verification strategy, including regression strategy. This is the base practice 1. Develop a strategy for the verification of the software units, including regression strategy for re-verification if a software unit is changed. So in case the software unit is transient or it is changed, again using this regression strategy, it is further double checked. And the verification strategy should define how to provide evidence for compliance of the software units with the software detailed design and with the non-functional requirements. So very clearly you have to show that the compliance is met, the compliance is fulfilled. So developing this evidence is a part of the base practice 1. Next comes the base practice 2. Develop the criteria for unit verification. Develop criteria for unit verification that are suitable to provide evidence for compliance of the software units and their interactions with the component, and with the software detailed design with the non-functional requirements according to verification strategy. For unit testing, criteria shall be defined in the unit test specification. Now, in the strategy itself, this unit test specification is clearly outlined, and as per the unit testing specification, the unit is clearly tested. Next comes the static verification of the software units. Verify software units using correctness using the defined criteria for the verification. Record the results of the static verification. Next comes test software units. After the static verification, test software units using the unit test specification according to software verification strategy. Record the test results and logs. Okay, so clearly record these test results and all the logs in your log table. After the testing is completed, identify clearly recording and documenting these test results is extremely important. Next, of course, comes the bidirectional traceability and consistency. Last but not the least, you summarize and communicate the results. Again, to all the affected parties, whether it is your test manager or your program manager, whether how did the test component face in the verification? Did it meet all the criteria? Did it pass the criteria? Did it pass the test? All that should be clearly communicated to all the concerned stakeholders. What are the important work products? Important work products comprise of test specification, test plan, the communication record, the review record, the traceability record, the verification results, test result and analysis report. All these things are important. By this time you would have noticed that this communication record, review record, traceability record are a standard part of this reporter. Okay, thank you.